I'm Corinne Stevens, and you're watching Cayuga Bytes.
Hello and welcome to Cayuga Bytes. My name is Mike Perry. Joining me today is Josh Hart and Corinne Stevens. How's it going, guys?
It's going.
Going great.
How was everyone's weekend?
Mostly uneventful.
Same here, same with mine.
There is only one issue of the Collegian left. If you would like to submit something, the deadline is Friday. And this upcoming issue of the Collegian will be featuring Professor Melissa Johnson's students' artwork from the end of semester art show. That'll be in the last issue of the Collegian, coming out on May 4th. You guys want to talk about your experiences with the Collegian and Cayuga Bytes?
I've always had a fun time. We're on this, virtual thing. I'm a very busy person, so a lot of the times I can't make it. But it's fun to talk about, just what's going on in our community and discuss important subjects and keep people up to date, letting them know, just certain subjects. I know we talk about things in here. It's like, oh, I didn't know that. I have to, sign up for that, register, do something about it, or just, like fun facts I just didn't know about. I'm excited to graduate and see what else is here for our whole education system in college, I guess.
Josh, any thoughts?
It's been quite a fun last year or so doing stuff for Cayuga Bytes and the Collegian, and I've really enjoyed my time working in this field and learning everything, basically learning most of everything that working as a journalist entails. And yeah, I've really enjoyed my time in journalism, as well as all the rest of the time that I've spent doing stuff in audio production and video production here at Cayuga. And I'm hoping that I can hopefully one day turn it into a professional career, whatever that career is going to be in. Don't know as of yet, but I'm sure I can start some sort of career from what I've been studying. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what my future entails from all of this.
I think it's interesting because we go into this like, some people go into college with a clear-cut idea of what they want their career to be, like reporter or on-air host or cameraman or filmmaker. And I haven't really figured out which one I exactly want, but it's been good because Cayuga's allowed me to become like a Swiss Army knife, like pick up little things here and there, like writing for the Collegian, editing in Steve's classes and Doug's classes, doing a little bit of audio stuff here and there. So I definitely appreciate all the opportunities that CCC allows us, and I've loved working with the Collegian and Cayuga Bytes. It's been really fun. I think I would want to be like a on-air host at some point, like a Ryan Seacrest,
Yeah, and an interesting thing, I don't know, I just want to mention this just to kind of give congrats to how good Cayuga is with the whole telecom department. Is just, one of our guest speakers, Chris Stevens, actually, this is a quote from him. He said that, out of the other school, which was the George Lucas Film Academy, he learned so much from here instead of that, top-notch school. He says that this whole department, this whole telecom department is way better than anything he's experienced.
He mentioned to me that when he went to the George Lucas Film School in California, that they kind of just like try to teach you like how to network in the film industry rather than like how to actually make films. So when he came to Cayuga, they were like, here's a camera, go make video. And then the George Lucas Film School, they were like, here's how you can, kiss up to your boss and get a position on a major film. And it's like, well, that's not,
Yeah.
Longtime Auburn campus officer Scott Shaft is to retire at the end of this semester. Lieutenant Shaft began his employment with Cayuga back in 1990. Auburn police officers were contracted. Along the way, Cayuga decided to hire him as one of their employees for the public safety office to assist in the campus safety program. He served in the college public safety office in many capacities, including multiple levels of supervisor. And he served as the interim director of the Office of Public Safety from 2012 until 2015, after which he worked to support many of the behind-the-scenes things required of a college public safety agency. Like I said, he'll be officially retiring at the end of the semester. If you see him around campus over the next few weeks, please wish him the best of luck in his future and thank him for his outstanding service to this campus community.
I was emailing, I believe his name is Andrew Poole.
Yeah, Andrew Poole's the media relations associate for the college.
So, I mean, yeah, we were emailing back and forth. He does not have a lot of information on the subject. He just knows, the kind of two things that are official about it. Subway is no longer going to be their franchise down in the basement at, Cayuga. Oh, I shouldn't say basement, but, it's not going to be there anymore. And they are looking for a new franchise, which they are also not aware of what it's going to be. They said that they definitely had some candidates, but that information wasn't really disclosed.
Well, that's good to know, at least, that there's something new coming, hopefully. I'm excited to see whoever wins the candidacy of the basement eatery. I would really like to see a coffee place of some sort be opened on campus.
Yeah, that would be great. And I think that would get like a lot of popularity rather than the Subway.
OCC and Oswego both have Starbucks. I attended both of those institutions, and having a Starbucks on campus is just so nice. And Oswego, they have it right next to the library too.
Oswego has a Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going there.
Oh, nice.
Say hi to Kathy at the Oswego Starbucks. She was my good friend.
Okay.
In celebration of Earth Day, Studio Art and Design gave away a limited number of reusable bags featuring artwork. All the images in the bags were designed by student Amanda Carey. Art professor Melissa Johnson reported that the limited number of bags for the giveaway were claimed in a matter of hours. And she said, quote unquote, Amanda Carey will be thrilled to know that her artwork is appreciated and that it will help to reduce one-time bag use.
Yeah, the Collegian emailed Amanda Carey on her artwork, and we just wanted to know more, like what was her inspiration, her motivation. Tell us a little bit more about why she got really motivated to do this on Earth Day. She just sent an email to me, and she wanted to let people know that she created the designs for the design contest that Melissa Johnson let her know of. The art club had all made a design of and then printed it on reusable bags for Earth Day. It has sustainability, and the environment is something that I'm very passionate about. And that passion definitely carried over into my designs. I am a liberal arts major with a concentration in psychology. I am interested in becoming either an art therapist or an art teacher. I am so glad that so many people love my designs! Exclamation point. So that was from Amanda Carey giving us more information on why she was so passionate about this subject and what made her think of Earth Day.
And checking in on CCC Softball, their winning streak continues as they made it 6 wins in a row Sunday, pounding out a combined 24 hits in 2 games against SUNY Broome and securing their first road wins of the season. This came one day after winning 2 home games against the Hornets. The Spartans repeated the feat on the road, taking both games Sunday by scores of 12-6 and 14-2, and they're now 7-10 on the season. The CCC men's baseball team, the Wednesday home games against Genesee have been postponed. The Spartans will be playing a doubleheader today on the road against Tompkins Cortland Community College, and they next play at home Sunday, May 2nd, against Mohawk Valley at noon and 2:30 p.m. The Spartan men's soccer team faced Mohawk Valley on the road, and they lost. They had a halftime lead, but they couldn't hold it, losing their first match of the season. Both teams were ranked in the National Junior College Athletic D3 Top 10, the Spartans being number 7 and the Hawks being number 2. The loss drops Cayuga to 2-1 on the season. The Spartans are back on the road Friday, April 30th, for a match at Niagara County Community College, who is also 2-1 on the season. Kickoff is scheduled for 5 p.m.
The Radio and Television Guild hosted a Q&A with guest filmmaker Caleb Kerr-Lynn on Wednesday, April 14th. Caleb is a producer, director, and editor who has worked on feature films, music videos, and corporate videos. He also happens to be a Telcom graduate. Some of Caleb's projects have included Afterlife with Liam Neeson and Christina Ricci, and Pastor Shepherd with Danny Trejo. So here is a bit of Caleb explaining to the students what it took for him to break into the film industry.
One of my favorite things to do was feature films. And so as soon as I got out of school, I was like, hey, how can I get onto a feature film? I'm in, Central New York. Who's making movies in Central New York? Back in 2009, nobody. But there are more happening in Buffalo and Syracuse now with the film offices and film studios. But for me, it was like, what are we going to do? How am I going to do this? And I was lucky that one of my friends was, he got onto a film set in Indiana. And he was like, hey, why don't you talk to the director? I know him. Let's get you on set too. And I was like, yes, please, let's go. And so what I did was I spoke to the director and a couple of the producers of the film for a week or two, and was lucky enough to convince them that I was a good add to their crew. And so I went up and I was assistant camera. And then from there, I convinced the director more that I should edit the film because I have extensive editing experience through college. And so I showed him some of my stuff and he was really impressed. So then I edited the film. And then from there, I went to New York City. I got onto a job for a big budget film in New York City. And then from there, I went to LA and then Texas and then back to LA and then back to New York. All over the place, just doing independent feature films and some big budget feature films. I put myself in a position to win because I was doing so much research and so much craziness of like shooting and learning about filming, editing, directing, producing before I even ever got onto a film set. So that was a big win for me, and it made it really easy to transition from me controlling a set of two of my friends to a actual film set with 50 people and 20 actors, and we're shooting for 14 hours. It was really good. It was a really good setup. So I would encourage you guys to do the same thing.
And now, here is Caleb giving advice to students who want to become filmmakers themselves.
Every job that you take, find the fun. Every job that you take, find where, how can this benefit me? Even though I know this is going to be a terrible experience, how's this going to benefit me? I think that if you have that mindset, you'll have fun on every set. And I think that every set will be fun. You'll be able to have a good time and you can learn stuff. And so I would say try to have that mindset of I'm going to have fun. What can I learn? And if you can learn while you're having fun, or if you can have fun while you're learning, how can you complain? This is amazing. you guys are gonna go out and be filmmakers. Like, you guys are blessed. Like, I am super blessed. Like, this is like such a cool thing. So I don't know, every set is pretty amazing. And you should definitely have that mindset of like, how can this set be amazing? Like, how can I make it amazing? How can it be amazing for me? And what can I learn? So what I like to do, my main thing when we're getting work, regardless what it is, I always want to tell a story and I always want to make a human connection. Those are the biggest things. I just want to make it look, there needs to be a human element in everything that I do, and it has to tell a story. That's it. Because people connect to stories. We have been connecting stories since we started drawing pictures on cave walls. Like, we desire stories, we connect with stories, and it helps us to understand, regardless if it is a fantasy story or if it's a documentary. It doesn't matter. As long as there's a story, people have the ability to connect to it. Keep working on projects. You guys can use cell phones. You guys can use whatever. If you produce good content, it doesn't matter. Like, the quality doesn't matter as long as you're producing a good story. Just keep working on stuff.
CCC's telecom internship class recently featured guest speaker Chris Stevens, owner and director of Mad Toy Box Films in North Carolina. I was actually a part of that class where he came and spoke. He gave out a ton of good advice as far as careers in the industry and what you should go for as far as jobs and how to maneuver. Chris gave us some great advice when he spoke in our class, such as always be kind to people you're working with, even if they're not the greatest of coworkers, because you never know down the road if they could be your boss at a new station or on a film. And it's good to be kind to others when you work with them, so then they can say, you know, oh, when I worked with this guy, he was super easy to work with, super nice. Chris also mentioned, you know what you want. For instance, me and the other student in the class are very creative. We don't want to be hindered wherever we go. And Chris mentioned, you know, for a TV station, he didn't really like it because he was very limited as to what he could create. It was basically, you know, go shoot this car accident or this police happening over on so-and-so. I asked him about how he does these car commercials with Del Curry, the father of Steph Curry, one of the best basketball players on the planet. And he said when this car dealership approached him and said, hey, we want you to do commercials for us. And he was like, no, I hate car commercials. I'm not going to do that. And they were like, well, we really want you. Like, this is how much we could pay you. Like, please, please, please. And they were persistent. The money was good. And he was like, all right, I'll do it. But I'm not doing, you know, generic car commercials. It's like stupid car commercials. I'm going to do a funny story. And they have become the #1 dealership in their region in the country. Their sales have shot up tremendously. They're one of his top clients and he loves doing it. So he kind of taught us that just because something doesn't stick out to you right away, you can make it into what you want if you're good enough and people see that you're good enough and your content is good enough. So know your worth and know what you want to do is what he was trying to portray with that.
Yeah, I guess I could give like, just to add on of like that kind of like creativeness that he wanted to do. The dates aren't official yet in May, but they're shooting a AAA commercial up in the North Carolina mountains. So it's just, you know, like another form of creativity that he's doing.
Well, unfortunately, Mike has left us again, as you can see, but thankfully, Corinne has some stuff to share with us, so take it away, Corinne.
Com 101 student Nate English talks about his experiences as a tutor at Cayuga's Academic Success Center.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Meet Your Tutor on Cayuga Bytes. My name is Nathaniel English, and I will be your host for this week. This segment will be to invite your fellow peer tutors in to ask them a few questions so you get to know a little bit more about them and what they do at the college. For this first edition, I will be using myself because I am a tutor at the college. So let's hop right on in. What do I tutor is the first question that was asked. And I tutor math and science, more specifically, Math 099 or anything below calculus. And I also tutor in chemistry and biology. I have also worked the math and science table at CCC on the Auburn campus before the pandemic hit and we shut down. The second question that was asked was, what is my major? So I am a liberal arts math and science student, graduating with an AS degree this semester. Third question is, what do I do for fun? What I do for fun is I get online and I talk with my friends on Discord. We usually hop in calls, hang out and chat. Sometimes we'll play games like Among Us or Pokemon or even Gary's Mod sometimes, or Uno. So it really depends on the day. And then number 4, what classes was I most interested in? Honestly, I'd have to say the class I was most interested in was psychology and child psychology. I also teach swim lessons at the YMCA in Auburn, and it got me thinking that I should learn how children think, so I decided to take child psychology. And then the last question is, what are my future plans at CCC, or what are they if I'm graduating? So I'm graduating, and I will be attending SUNY Oswego in the fall to continue my degree in zoology, because that has been my goal since I was 5. Thank you all for listening. This has been Meet Your Tutor on Cayuga Bytes. Tune in next time to see the new tutor.
Thank you for watching Cayuga Bytes. Mike Perry, Josh Hart, and Corinne Stevens signing off.
Here we go.
Scat. And at that time,
All right, so with that out of the way,
absolutely. Awesome. Scat.
here we go.
God's sake, people. I emailed it to you like a million times.
Scat. Do it in your own way and not be told what to do.
Here we go.
I can't leave, I can't mute, I can't do anything. I have no idea what's going on.
Scat. So, are you guys still frozen?
I'm a support person. It's okay.
There's the dogs. Way to go, Corinne.
There we go.
Scat.